well enough. Rarely do I get to come on late at night and do these lives, and but here we are. So I got some things I want to share with you. If you don't know who I am, first of all, before I even introduce myself, I just want to say thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for hitting subscribe. Thank you for smashing thumbs up. Thank you for sticking around. Over 300 subscribers. Wow. I know it's not anything crazy number wise compared to so many others, but look, I appreciate each and every one. So just want to say thank you for hitting the channel up. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean John, founder of JumpingJackMovers.com. Also the CEO of that company, which I've had since 2017. Started the company when I was homeless. Started the company when I had no money. That's why I laugh when people talk about they need money to start a business. No, you just need hustle and a good idea. You don't need money, you just need a customer. I laugh when people say, is it a good idea to borrow money to start a business? No, it's a good idea to get a customer. And then you let your business grow, right? And then the business tell you what it needs, right? And so again, welcome to the channel. You're moving to CEO, so I'm not gonna be on here long. I just wanna share a few things with you. One of the things I learned, one of the things that happened to me early, and I'm just gonna be transparent and tell you like some things I went through. One of the things that I had big issues with, I was stuck in the mud, so to speak, when it comes to moving, right? By the way, I did draw that awesome truck by myself. So I was stuck in the mud. I'll leave it up there because I might make a good point using it. I was stuck, man. Whenever I first started my business, I had no idea what I was doing. I had nobody to go to. You guys, I don't know if you understand how good of a position you're in, where there's YouTube videos, there's business coaches like myself, business mentors, people that can lead you and guide you. I always say invest in your business. Invest back into your business. Invest into your education. The things you don't know in business, pay someone who's done those things before so that you can take the shortcut. I know shortcuts are bad in life, so to speak, but I'm here to tell you shortcuts are a good thing when it comes to business. If I can save you time and money, that's a good thing. If I can teach you how to make 10x whatever you invest in your business by having me be your coach or your mentor, that's a good thing. We should do this deal all day long. And also July 1st, that's the end of, as far as I know, it's the end of the coaching course, the mentorship training, which is the Moving Success Masterclass and the VIP, which includes the 30 days to 25K. You can get the course right now. It's not $1,000. It should be $1,000. That's what it's worth. It's actually worth more, I think, because I can make you, I know without a doubt I can make you 10,000 with the course. So I always say, as long as I can make you 10 times that, it's fair to charge you that, right? You provide so much value for your customers. That's why you can charge $150, $200 an hour. By the way, if you're not $150 to $200 an hour for a two-man crew, you need to get my masterclass and learn how to make more money. So for me, just learning the game, learning the business, and everything I learned about it, so I took it and put it into the masterclass, right? And because I started off just coaching guys, and it was taking up a lot of time, and I was getting too many clients, and I was charging $1,000. I was like, all right, I'm giving so much info, but it's taking a lot of time. And somebody suggested to me that I do a course, right? And I was like, what, a course? What is that? And so I did the course. It's about 3.5, 4 hours. I put everything I knew into the course. And then I said, all right, here you guys go. If you want to get coaching, if you want to get a mentor, if you want to be able to speak with me one-on-one, get in the course. If you want to meet with us once a month on Sundays in the VIP and masterclass, it's free. Get in the course. The course is not free, but the VIP is free. So you pay one time to get into the course, and then you get VIP for the rest of the year. To me, that's an amazing value. I've literally sat in the VIP and helped guys build their business. So the VIP is once a month. It's for an hour. We have a great time. It's not just me. It's a bunch of other people that are enrolled in the masterclass, and we just talk about success. And so right now you can get the masterclass, if I'm not mistaken. It's I think it's $297, which is very easy for you guys if you're serious about your business. I wish that there was a masterclass 6 years ago when I was starting my business. I wish that somebody was teaching the moving business when I started my business. You guys are blessed. You're lucky. You have no idea what kind of an advantage you have being able to find me or some other mentor to grow your business. Unbelievable. For $300, you're going to teach me how to make $25,000 in a month, per month, for $300? Man, stop talking. Give me the deal. Give me the deal. Where do I sign? That's the only thing I'm going, where do I sign, bro? I'll pay you $1,000 for this, and you only asking $300? Bring it. Where do I need to sign up? Stop talking. Where do I need to go to get this? That's the only thing I would be thinking, because I'm always thinking about 3 to 5 years from now. Man, where's my business going to be in 3 to 5 years? Ooh, we might be a 7-figure business in 3 to 5 years. By the way, whenever you get a moving truck, I want to do this before I erase this awesome truck. Your truck should always have something on it where people know who you are. Don't be the invisible movers. I always recommend, and I teach this in my course just to help guys whenever they get trucks and whatnot, it should always say what you do. I'm sorry, hold on. It should always say who you are first. So we're gonna go J, that's Jumpin' Jacks, us. Should always say who you are, should always say what you do. Your name should always say who you are, what you do, and then how to reach us. It should say who you are, what you do, how to reach us. We don't need a paragraph written on side of trucks. When they're seeing your vehicle, they only have 2-3 seconds to see everything. They don't need pictures, all that other stuff that just takes away from the message you're trying to send. What is the message? Who I am, what I do, call me. Your advertising on the side of your truck simply is a call to action. It's just a call to action. All of this, that's all it is. Who am I? What do I do? How to reach me? I don't need your website. I don't need pictures of you moving furniture. I don't need dollies. I don't need any of that. I need who, what, how. Say it again. Who are you? What do you do? How do I reach you? That's all you should be thinking about. Who, what, how, when it comes to advertising on the side of your truck. Who, what, how, that's the only thing that should be going through your mind. Who, what, how. It's the only thing you should be thinking about. Who, what, how, right? Everything is a call to action when you're in business. The uniform, by the way, please stop going out and doing these customers' jobs with no uniforms. Don't do that again. I don't care if you have to draw your company's name on it. It's worth it as opposed to going out there with, by the way, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe. Thank you. I know this is some good content helping you. Thank you. But you got to get unstuck. You guys are stuck in the mud. What I want to do is I want to get you unstuck. That's where coaching comes in. That's where me being your mentor, where you can reach out to me directly and say, hey, Sean, I have a question. I'm dealing with this. I get guys are like, hey, my guys aren't showing up, or when they do show up, they aren't working hard. What do we need to do? And the first thing I go, wait a minute. All right. So based on what you're telling me, John, you have a good old-fashioned problem. You do. So based on what you're telling me, John, when one of the guys, and by the way, smash a thumbs up so that YouTube can share this, because there are a lot of movers, and even if they're in some type of trucking or some type of service business, a lot of the information I give you is really good, that you can use it across different networks, across different categories and industries. So when one of my guys, and that's one of the advantages of me being your coach and your mentor and you being in the masterclass, if you're asking, how do I get you, Sean, as my coach? How do I get you, Sean? How am I able to reach out to you directly when I have questions and whatnot? Jump into the masterclass, jump into the VIP. It's normally, I charge $1,000 for coaching. You could jump into it right now for only $297. If you're not willing to invest that into your business, you're probably not going to be in business long. I wish that was around in 2017 when I started. There was nobody to get advice from. I wish I could have paid someone $297 to grow my business very quickly. It would not have taken me years to get to where I wanted to go. I would have done it instantly. Why? Because I would have paid for the shortcut. That's what coaching is. That's what mentorship is. Pay for the shortcut, learn everything you can. Even if it's not from me, from someone, learn everything you can. Keep yourself from having these problems. All right, so he called me and he was like, hey man, by the way, I have guys that are starting to show up, but they're not performing at a high level. First thing I identify is, all right, here's what we got, John. We got a problem. And it wasn't John. I'm not going to say who it is, maybe watching. But it's somebody in the masterclass. By the way, VIP is free all year long. Once you enroll in the masterclass, you get me all year long. Can't beat that. Not for that. I should raise the price just thinking about that. If too many people buy the course at this price, I'm going to raise it to $1,000. So you better get in there because July 1st is the last day to get it. It's done. I'm not going to be doing any more training. So if you want it, you better get it down. So first thing I say is, all right, John, you have a problem. Your problem is this, that your guys are showing up at work, but they're not performing at a high level. First thing I'm going to do to address this problem, I'm going to come over here and say, all right, in order to fix this problem, John, we have to fix this, your process. What? Yeah, your process has to be broken. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a problem. A business, if you run a successful business, a successful moving company, where you don't have to be doing all this work, it runs without you, then you need successful systems and processes. So when you go on vacation, the business still runs without you. It doesn't even need you. Now, if you can't go on vacation for a week and the business won't make $1 without you, then you need to get coaching because you've created a job for yourself and you won't be in business long because you're going to burn out. You need to learn how to scale your business to where it does not need me. We have people in place to take care of this business. So you definitely need coaching. I should change that to $1,000 because it's so worth it. So worth it. I would pay that all day to learn this. Hit thumbs up, by the way. So if you have a problem in your business, first thing I know is you have a process issue. And so I'm going to come over and say, hey, let's look at your process. Your guys are showing up and they're not great workers, right? They're not putting out. All right, so I'm going to look at your process. Where's your process broken? Somewhere in here, we've got a break. We got a break in your line. Somewhere in here, we got some problems, right? And so that's the first thing we're going to look at. What's your process? And you're going to say, well, I do this, I hire the guys this way, I bring them in, I do the training, I do this, I do that. And then I'm going to say, all right, let's walk through your process. Bam. Let's find out where these lazy workers, how are they getting to you? Because your process should eliminate them, right? Chick-fil-A process eliminates McDonald's workers. That's why McDonald's workers don't work at Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A workers don't work at McDonald's because their process is so tight. Before you even fill out an application for Chick-fil-A, they filter you out. And so now you got to come back and you got to filter out through your process. And you got to look at your process and go, where am I breaking down? There's got to be an issue in here somewhere that I'm not seeing. And then we may break it all the way down to, all right, how are you hiring these guys? How do you find these guys? Right? How are you finding these guys, right? Or girls, how are you finding them here and here? Okay, gotcha. What's your hiring process? Well, I do this and do that. Okay. All right, includes your background, right? All right, so that's your hiring process. You check the background. I don't know how much you vet it, but you put a few dollars into the background check. Okay, gotcha, right? And then after you find them, you hire them. I'm going to say, hey, what's your training look like? Well, in training, we do this and we do this. All right. And then what happens after you train them? And you say, hey, we put them to work. We put them on jobs. And I say, who do you put them with? And you say, we just usually match them up with a guy. I'm going to say, why don't you have generals? Why don't you have generals in place who can manage your guys? That's what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to say, why don't you have generals in place who can manage your guys? Why is it that after you train your guys, you put them out on a job with guys who are not leaders? Guess what happens? Now you don't have any leaders on the jobs. And then I say, all right, so when they get to the job, you have no generals out there. What happens? How often do you go to these jobs? Well, 0% of the time. Wait a minute. So you don't go follow up with these guys and after you train them, there's no follow-up period where you go and monitor them? No. Okay, gotcha. All right, so now I see an issue, right? You got no generals, so you got helpers essentially running crews. Number one, they haven't bought in, because if you had a general, your general would buy in to your vision of your company and where you want to go, right? You don't have any generals. They're not buying into the future of your company. They're here today, gone tomorrow. You got to establish people that believe in your brand and your company and that's willing to follow you into the future. But because you don't develop that, your process is broken. So you end up with broken workers who cause chaos on your jobs, right? Because they don't care about your jobs. They don't even plan on being here next week. And these are the people that's running your company. Well, they don't run my company. Yes, they do. What do? I'm a mover. Who's moving? They are. They run your company. They're the face of your brand. So if you don't go out there and monitor them on every single job, listen to me, on every single job, when you put a crew out there, please go out. Would you turn your baby over to strangers? No. Then why would you turn this baby over to strangers? Does that make sense? Drop a one in the comments if it makes sense. Drop a fire emoji if it makes sense. Because if it isn't helping anybody, I'll stop talking. But if it's making sense, put a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Get that course before July 1st. Somebody jumped on and said, yes, hello, awesome. So again, if you don't get these guys to buy into your future, the problem isn't so much that these guys are not the best guys. Hear me out. I understand in the moving industries, these are not PhDs. These are not rocket scientists. I've been there. I know what the pool looks like of people that you'll probably get the opportunity to hire. I know it's not the best of the best. I know. Usually in a bad financial situation, usually just need work. I know. I've been there, done it. In fact, I was one of before I started my own company, I used to work for a company and I was just a guy who needed work, who needed to get paid, right? Somebody said payment scale. What are you asking? Put the whole question in. I got a few more minutes on and I want to answer it for you. Put the whole question in because I'm not following on the payment scale part. So again, if your job, in order to get the best workers, guess what? You got to develop leaders. Leaders lead. You got to develop leaders, right? And then you got to sell your vision. You're always selling. This is business. You have to sell your vision, right? He said, would you think generals get percent of the move instead of hourly? That's one of the things that I talk about in the VIP and in the masterclass. It depends on what it is you're dealing with, right? So it depends on if your business is flowing fine and you don't have to give away equity, right? Or you don't have to give away additional finance because it doesn't have to be money, it could be equity. If you don't have to give anything away, don't give anything away, right? Try to operate without having to give anything away. Just sell the vision. Now, if they like the vision, they buy in and you want to reward them, or they start understanding their value and they want more, then have that conversation. But I would never introduce equity nor additional bonuses before I have to. Does that make sense? Because I'm trying to build a company, so I don't want to give anything away unless I absolutely have to, right? So if I got good guys and I don't want to lose these guys, Absolutely, and I don't want to lose these guys, so I'm trying to keep these guys aboard because I know I got generals. Again, I'm gonna go back and look at my process and try to sell the vision to these guys, because if they buy into the vision, a vision is what? Not for today, it's for tomorrow, right? So if they buy into the vision, they bought into the company. And so then what I do is I come back and say, hey man, Jumpin' Jack Move, look, we love you so much, bro. Here's what we want to do with you, John. Like we love you, man. You're doing an excellent job. We're out there, we're monitoring you. Because what I used to do, I used to pop up on every job. I come out there with some chips, with some soda, whatever, because I bring them something, but at the same time, I'm really coming to monitor. So I'm going to talk to the customer in the middle of it. Customers used to love mingling with management, right? Because they never knew I was the owner. By the way, never say you're the owner in a small business. Say this. Say I'm the regional manager, right? That does two things. That gets the customer off your back, because if they know you're the owner, they know who to negotiate with. You're the top. If they can get you, they can get anybody. They can get anything from you. So you never want to give them that leverage. Secondly, if you say regional manager, and I used to have it on the business cards, then that implies that we're a big company and we have more offices. So just say regional manager, all right? That's an extra tidbit for free. That's for free. But get them to buy into the vision. You get these generals out, they will take care of your company. So when you can't be there, they're in leadership positions. And one thing, I know when you guys are out, most people are wearing like the t-shirts like this. I don't have my Jumpin' Jack t-shirt. They're wearing the t-shirts and what like this, and that's fine. Whenever you develop a general, please put them in a collared shirt. You know, the polo style collar shirts, put them in the collared shirts. That you got to give people like something to aim for, right? And I'm not talking about the button down. They usually have like 3 buttons right there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't make me draw this and embarrass myself. If you know what I'm talking about, say yes. But give these guys these little collar shirts with the logo right there. Give them that. Why? Because that separates your leaders, your generals, from all your other foot soldiers, right? So that separates them. And it does what? It incentivizes working for something higher. So it incentivizes reaching. So now your guys below that want to reach for something higher because, hey, I want a shirt too. So make sure and that's something for free, just an extra tidbit. And somebody say, yeah, they love it. Make sure that you separate that. If you are a manager, if you're not a laborer or a helper, whether you're a crew lead, whether you're an office manager, a regional manager, whatever you are, you should always be in a collared shirt. Always. They should never see you in anything other than a collar shirt, because it establishes hierarchy, right? It also creates principle and fundamental in the business, because now they know in order to get that, I have to achieve at a higher level. So if you want to get there, guys, it's available. In fact, we used to tell our guys all the time, all we're looking to do is promote guys. That's what we would tell them. Say, man, look, you guys are good. You're out there killing it. We got 10 new guys. Here's what we want to do. We need to promote 5 people. We need to promote it. And we would always say that because we knew that would incentivize them to go hard for the brand. And it would filter out the ones who weren't there for the long term. Right? You don't need guys there 5, 10 years. You're not going to get that in this industry. But if you get a guy there for 2 to 3 years, you're doing something. Right? You're doing something. And so this is important when it comes to scaling your business. Once you get the generals to buy into the vision, they bought into your future, right? And now you put them in a position to make moves, right? You put them in a position to be coaches on the job. Now they got that collar shirt, you promoted them, and do it in front of everybody. Well, Sean, I don't know, man. That kind of makes people feel bad. No, it makes the ones who are hungry, hungrier. It makes lazy people feel bad, but it incentivizes for the rest who want to get to the highest level. It says, why can't you have people longer than 2 to 3 years? Because it's mainly labor and the turnover is high in this industry. Nothing wrong with that. You can build $1 million business in a year. So whether and the other thing is, I don't like when people get, and I don't teach my students this. I don't want you to get caught up with who's going to be there long term, Because if I start talking about, hey, John's going to be here forever, now you lock your business into John, you tie your business into John, and now you start to depend on John more than you should. When I don't want you to do any of that, I'll come to you and say, hey, it doesn't matter if John's going to be here a year, 2 years, 3 years. You get the max out of John, number one. And number two, you're not worried about any of that because at the end of the day, your business is going to run not on John, but on systems and processes because you're trying to scale a business. So whether John leaves or not does not matter. Your process stays the same. You'll get a guy who will buy in. You'll get 3 guys, 5 guys who will buy in. They'll be there 2 to 3 years. Those guys will move on. Your process still the same. John is replaced by James. James is replaced by Ray. Ray is replaced by Mark. On and on and on. That's why I'm not necessarily using names on all these steps. What I'm trying to teach you is based on pay scale and hierarchy. There you go. There you go. We don't want to form in unions, though. You don't want that in the moving industry because that takes the power away from you. So we don't want unions. So make sure you take care of your people always, and I know you do. But anyway, guys, and I gotta go. I gotta get off here because it's family time. I just felt the need to jump on. I felt like there would be at least one person who could benefit from this. Again, just trying to help you get unstuck. Your business is not going to rely on anybody. Appreciate it, man. Your business is going to rely on systems and processes, right? That's all it's going to rely on. So when your best guys leave, hey, it's just time for them to move on. Now bring in your process, bring in your systems, and now you got new visionaries. Now you got new people to sell the vision in the future to. Now you got new generals. This is going to go on all the time, so don't beat yourself up when you lose a good guy. Good for him. You brought him in and trained him and made him a better person in life, and he went on to something that he thought was better, and that's fine. Congratulations to them. Your system and process doesn't change. So the people that you are looking at now, you're going, I don't even know why I hired these guys. Listen, stop thinking like that. Be thankful that those guys are there because they're going to keep you from having to move. I'll teach you how to build a 6-figure business without moving a box. I don't want you moving anything. When I train my students, I don't ever talk to them about moving anything. I talk to them about doing one thing and one thing only. Screenshot this if y'all have to, man. Get it? I talk to my guys about doing one thing and one thing only to get them unstuck. Just one thing. This might not be the best marker for my board. I'm seeing one thing and one thing only, and I'll switch it out. I'll talk to them about being one thing and one thing only. CEO, I don't need you to do anything else if you take my masterclass. I'm only interested in you doing one thing, being the CEO. I'm going to teach you how to run the business without touching anything. It may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, it may take a year. Who cares? That time's going to go by anyway. What's important is a year from your start date, your business runs itself where you could be like, all right, I'm going to take a week or 2 off. I'm going to go do whatever I like to do. We're still going to make money. So again, I'm going to drop the link in the comments below. It may take a second for this video to load, I think. But let's see. I'm going to go ahead. See if I can, maybe I can't, I'm not sure. So I appreciate you guys watching. Listen, if you, the first link, the first comment below is going to be the masterclass link, get it. But if you don't want to wait, because this thing may take, I don't even know how this works with the lives. Usually there's like some type of delay, but go to my last video, the last video I posted, and you'll see the first comment is a discounted link to the masterclass. Instead of it being $1,000, like I told you it's worth, instead of the masterclass right now being $1,000, it's only $297. Go save yourself $700, get that. You'll learn from me. If you think this was something, jump in the VIP. It's gonna blow your mind. I gotta go, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up, get that because that thing is not gonna be on sale long. And again, July 1st, no more masterclass, I'm taking it down. So if you're serious about your business, please don't miss this opportunity. I'm serious about mine. Are you serious about yours? Peace, have a good night.